Hello everybody, my name is Sylvia. Today I'm going to talk to you about Asus Financial Status. So, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Asus. Asus, it is principally engaged in the provision of computers, communications, and consumer electronic solutions. They offer laptops, motherboards, personal computers, broadband products, graphic cards, 3-dimension graphic display cards, monitors, mobile telephones, pocket PCs, server motherboards, server systems, computer accessories, and peripherals. Okay, so now that you already know a little bit more about Asus, let's take a look at what we really want to know about. First, let's take a look at their balance sheet. Here I have Asus balance sheet. Just to let you know, I have converted the numbers from Taiwan currency to United States dollars. Here is the original document. There is a lot of information here, but I just highlighted the relevant information, including the total assets, total liabilities, and their stockholders' equity. To make a summary about this, back in 2008, their total assets was of $7.8 billion. They went up and down, and they're back on track with a little bit more, $8.2 billion in assets. But their liabilities are also going up, $2.3 billion in liabilities. And right now they have from $3 to $4 billion in liabilities. That is a big debt. Back in 2008, their stockholders' equity was of $5.5 billion. And right now, since their liabilities are going up, their stockholders' equity is going down, $3.9 billion. $8 billion. If we deduct the $4.2 billion from the total assets, that makes the total stockholders' equity of the third quarter we have here. Now let's take a look at their income statement. So here we have Asus income statement. And I'm going to show you here their revenues and their income. Oh, and also their sales. Back in 2008, their revenues were of $8.9 billion, making a net income of $552 million with all the cost of goods sold and taxes deducted. In 2009, they have decreased a little bit. They went down and they got $8.3 billion with an income of $419 million. Well, millions are millions, and I cannot even earn a million, so that's quite great. In 2010, they have increased to $10 billion with an income of $553 million. They went up again, and they are going up and up every year. In 2011, $11 billion earned with a net income of $555 million. I don't have the total information of 2012, but DigiTimes, a newspaper from Taiwan, had shared some information with us. Of its fourth quarter of 2012, Asus consolidated net revenues of $3.95 billion. 59% of it came from notebooks, 20% from tablets, 12% from motherboards and graphic cards, 1% from netbooks, and 8% from other product lines. Among regional markets, Europe accounted for 37% of consolidated revenues, Asia Pacific for 35%, North America and Latin America altogether for 28%. So that means that $3.95 billion in the fourth quarter. That makes a total of more than $13 billion net revenues in 2012. That is really great for Asus, and I hope that they can continue making great products. So now let's take a look at their shipment and their sales. I have here the information about it, but I'm going to show you some graphs so that we can get it more visually. Here I'm going to show you a graph of the motherboard sales through these last years. In 2008, they have sold 22 million motherboards. In 2009, 21 million motherboards. In 2010, 21.6 million. In 2011, 23.2 million motherboards. 2012, 22.2 million motherboards. So, as you can see, they're always an average of 22, 21, 23. Now, let's take a look at this notebook sales graph. In 2008, they have sold 5.8 million notebooks. In 2009, they have sold 6.8 million notebooks. In 2010, they have sold 10.9 million notebooks. 2011, 14.7 million notebooks. And finally, in 2012, 19 million notebooks. As you can see, since 2008, until 2012, they have doubled and more than tripled their sales. Let's take a look at the sales of the EPCs. In 2008, they have sold 4.9 million EPCs. In 2009, they have sold 5.4 million units. In 2010, they have sold 6.0 million units. In 2011, they have sold the same amount as in 2008, 4.9. And in 2012, they have sold 6.3 million EPCs. What about the EPADs? Since 2011, they have sold 1.8 million units, and back in this year in 2012 they have sold 3.3 million units of EPAD. So they have almost doubled their sales. Now let's take a look at the position Asus takes in the market share. Now let's take a look at the market share compared a few years ago to nowadays. Back in 2005, Asus had 4% of the computer sales market share. In 2009, they had 5% of the computer market share. And now they have, back in 2011, 6% of the market share. So they've been 4, 5, 6. They are slowly increasing, but slow but sure. Now let's see the tablets market share. Back in 2011, they had 2% of the market share. But in just 1 year, now in 2012, they had 6% of the market share. So in 1 year, they have tripled their sales. Asus Tech Computer has set a goal of attaining the largest global market share for touchscreen notebooks and the second largest for all types of notebooks and tablets in 2013. The company Chief Executive Officer Jerry Shen said it at March 5th investor conference. Following the recent debut of 2 new products, the Padphone Infinity and the PhonePad, at 2013 Mobile World Congress, Asus Tech will launch new smartphones in August 2013, Shane noted. So I'm going to conclude my video with this question. Do you think that Asus will be on the top of the market share? I really think that they can do it. What do you think about it? Here I'm going to finalize my video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you on the next time. Bye bye.